Hindu funeral rituals became a Christian family's nightmare. In 2004, a Christian family from Kerala thought they were performing a peaceful burial for an elderly neighbor. But one ritual mistake turned the funeral into a night the village still refuses to talk about. The story unfolds in a small, rain-soaked town near Thrissur. This family was devoutly Christian for generations, church-going, choir singing, their traditions followed to the letter. But their neighbor, Ayappan Nair, was the last of a Hindu household that had long abandoned the old ways. He had no sons left to perform the rites, and no priests willing to guide his remaining family. When Nair passed away, the Christian family offered to help out of pure kindness. They cleaned the body, arranged flowers, and brought candles. But they treated Nair's death like a Christian passing, not a Hindu one. That was their first and most critical mistake. In Hindu tradition, especially in parts of Kerala, death is a journey guided by specific elements. Fire leads the soul. Sesame oil purifies the vessel. Chants create a sacred barrier, separating the living from the dead. But this well-meaning family used what they knew: rosewater, incense, and hymns from the Bible. They meant no disrespect. They simply didn't know the proper rituals. The body wasn't oriented towards the east. The sacred lamp, meant to burn continuously near the head of the deceased, was extinguished by a sudden gust of wind. The local elders whispered among themselves, "If the lamp dies before the soul has fully departed, the body will awaken, restless." That very night, the strange occurrences began. The family dog started howling, its gaze fixed on the burial ground. It wasn't a bark, but a long, mournful howl that seemed to shake the very air. The youngest daughter, peering out her window, saw fresh footprints in the wet soil leading from the burial site right up to their front door. They were the prints of bare feet, with one foot dragging slightly. Inside the house, the beautiful funeral flowers began to rot within hours. They didn't just wilt. They rotted, releasing a thick, cloying smell that stung the eyes. And then came the knocking. It wasn't on the door. It was a light, insistent tapping on the old wooden window shutters, as if someone was gently pleading, "Let me in." At precisely 3:12 a.m., the mother woke with a jolt. This is the exact time many in the village believe spirits are most active, caught between worlds. She saw what looked like smoke rising from the kitchen, but there was no fire. The smoke moved with an unsettling purpose, like a person slithering across the floor. It paused near the children's room, and then it stood still, as if it were listening. That's when she heard the voice. It was low, old, and trembling with a deep, hollow hunger. It whispered, "I have not crossed." The mother's scream shattered the silence. The family elders rushed in, but the smoke and the presence had vanished. Terrified, the family finally did what they should have done from the start. They called both a Hindu priest and their Catholic priest. The two men didn't argue or debate theology. They looked at the frightened family and understood a fundamental truth. A soul must be released in the same tradition it was held in life. The Hindu priest quickly prepared a ritual fire outside with ghee, sesame seeds, and camphor. As the flames rose, he chanted in Sanskrit, "Yugni Marga Darshaya," which means, "Show the path through fire." Beside him, the Catholic priest prayed softly, "Into your hands we commend his spirit." Two faiths working together for one lost soul. By sunrise, the ritual was complete. A sense of peace settled over the home. The foul smell was gone. The knocking stopped. The night's terror seemed to fade with the morning light. But when the family visited the burial ground a few days later, they found something deeply unsettling. The simple wooden cross they had placed to mark Nair's grave was gone. In its place was a small, neat pile of burned sesame seeds and wilted flowers. No one in the village ever admitted to placing them there. And to this day, the elders will tell you, religion is for the living, rites are for the dead. and the dead always take what they are owed. If you think this story ends here, ask the neighbors why, even now, they keep a lamp burning for 3 full nights after a death. Some traditions aren't just customs. They're warnings. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more stories from the shadows.